All right, so welcome again to our new sessions on how to build CI/CD Kubernetes. But basically, this CI/CD or the made by localhost only. But I didn't use any cloud services here. But the concept here is pretty simple. It's still the same if you're going to implement it to the cloud. So assuming if you're wondering right now, you see this diagram. So for example, if this diagram right now for the cluster right now of the Kubernetes is from your cloud, so this is still implemented, or it's also still the same what we have doing in our local host. So in localhost, I've been using virtual machine here. So I created three cluster here. One node for the master, and then the worker node one and node two. So if you know, if you still remember what I upload from the past few uploads that I have regarding how to construct the multi-node cluster of Kubernetes. So this is how it look like. So basically, we have a no master node here, worker node, and worker node one, worker node two, and the worker node has in my example here, I created one pod for the MySQL because I don't have um, any RDS coming from the cloud. So that's why I created it from the virtual machine inside on it in the pod. Okay, and then I have also the PHP. So this application is PHP MySQL running in my cluster. Okay, and then this is how the diagrams work. So here also we can see how the CI/CD look like. So we have a user here. If going to if the use the coder or the developer push the code from the repository. Okay, I'm going to show you the repository, the code that they have. Okay, for example, I have a repository, a program of PHP. Okay, and then I edit here. Okay, and then I'm going to dockerize it by docker file, and then I'm going to push on it by using git. Okay, and then what the git here, the coder pushes his container to repository, and then it will uh, go here. Okay, so this is the project that I have, and then after that, it will trigger the git runner. Okay, as you can see here in my in my diagram again, it will trigger the git runner that I've been set up, and then after that, uh, all the manifests that I'm using here. Okay, so the next time we will go see here is so let's focus first the diagram. So after the git runner trigger, it will trigger the job that he will assign for him, and then after that, he will get what uh, he want right now for the versions of that he created right now in the CD from Docker Hub, and then from Docker Hub, the kubectl or the worker here try to ask to the master node to get updated images or container from the developer. Okay, and then it will get the images, updated images from the Docker Hub that I get. So this is how the workflow shown. So if you're going to get deeper with the code, here's the code look like. Uh, so this is the project from PHP, and this is the CI/CD where I constructed, set up the whole map infrastructures of my multi-node Kubernetes. Okay, so right now we'll go here inside in the project log, and then this is the manifest of all that we have from PHP, MySQL. Okay, and then here's the part of the git runner trigger when we're going to push it to our GitHub repository, and this is the magic will display. So from building, push the code. So here the step. So we have to check out and then set the image versions. So basically, I created a version here because every time that we're going to create or update, we don't want to compile all the images that we don't need to. So we need to delete it. So that's the concept of this CI/CD. So and then he will log in to the Docker Hub. So if you uh, check again the Docker Hub, he will have a lot of versioning of images. So he will log in here from the Docker Hub. So I also set up the secret from the GitHub, and then get configure my username and the password. And then after that, he will build the images that came from the coder that he push. Okay. So like that. So this is not updated. So if I'm going to show you the GitHub here. So this is updated. Okay. So we have also the job of cleaning up the old images. So for instance, we have eight images, and then the logic here, if I'm going to retain only the latest three images that I've updated, and the rest will be deleted. So that's how the jobs work here, the cleanup images. He will create images environment here to install something here, this JQ, and then delete the old Docker by using exposing the environment, and then here's the variable from each of the step that he was going to create. Okay, so then after that, he will for it what what tags that we're going to delete. Okay, and after that, he will deploy it to Docker. He will deploy it to the Kubernetes, which we configure to the multi-node. Okay, you go to check out first, and then set the images, update the PHP manifest, because only images, only part that we're going to change only here. The rest is still retained, like the MySQL. No need to roll out that. So and then apply, and then wait for deployment. So I put it 8 minutes for the rollout. So you can also reduce that, but it's been suggested that we can give some time for the rollout to be done. And then after that, if there's a pod that is it's stuck, so we can clean it up by this by this procedure. Okay, by kubepad, and then grabbing it, and then we're going to clean it up. So that's how the flow of the GitHub workflows. So we can see here, if you're going to upload it, we push it from the GitHub, and then it will also reflect here the latest update. Okay, and then we're going to demo it right now how it works, right? So right now, for example, I'm going to my project. Going to close this one up. So if you can see again my editor in my project, for example, developer has editing something here. So for our for our demo, we're going to delete it, update it to 4, okay, and save it. We're going to push in it, git status. Okay, we have one files to update, to push. For example, the coder want to push the code because he is confident that this project is good to deploy from our development environment. So we're going to git add first, then git status again. If you can check, don't have any more to be stages. So we're going to git commit. So by the way, I'm going to create another tutorial for Git, because this is also the most one of the backbone for operations, especially in the depth of operations, to have in their arsenal, the Git. Okay. So for example, test uh, for for the comment, and then I'm going to push on it. Okay. So after pushing, so let me check here in my browser. So right now, if you're going to check here, we do have pending here. Okay, going back here again. This one, click this one. So we're building the push. So remember again the GitHub workflow that we have. So from building the the images, building and then pushing it. Let's go back here so that you can see it clearly. Okay. So we're pushing, and then we're going after that. He will clean up the old images if we do have. So right now we have 18 updated. Supposed to be it will be 19. So he's done for cleaning up. Okay. Let's go back here from deploying. Okay. Check out the source code again, and then removing the previous that we created. So set images, update the deployment manifest, and then apply deployment, and then wait for deployment rollout. And then if there's a pod that's stuck for a while, so he will force it to delete it, and then check out. And then after that, we can also check here the output. So right now, uh, we're going back here later. So let's go first in my command. Okay, let's check in the worker itself if this updated. So as you can see, 9 seconds ago, we have already created a new one. Let's watch. So running, okay. We terminate the other path that we have. So let's cancel on it. So it's running. So since it's running right now, I suppose if you're going back here to check again, so it's already done. Okay, the deploying. Okay, already done. And then we can simply check the the changes. Since we only have change here in my code, one word I think, in a single line. In a single line, you see, you should be reflect this new for. Let's go back here in our simple blocks. We have test new for, so we're going to refresh on it. So it's already for. Okay, so that would be it. The Kubernetes diagram show to us that the CI/CD of what we created in our multi-node Kubernetes cluster. So from users or developers pushing his code from repository, and then Git actions Git runners trigger the trigger the runner. It will ask for the node of the master node to get the updated images from the Docker Hub, and then it return back again to the master node, and then you will see the output. Okay, and this is how it look like. Okay, so that would be it for the updated of my project for today. So I hope that this project will inspire you guys how CI/CD uh, working it how it work. So you can free to like and subscribe again. You can free to uh like and subscribe for this kind of tutorial that we have. Okay?